think that is real.
Guys, that's what they're trading.
Trade what?
All those videos.
We have to do something, and we have to do it now.
Who's that?
Who's your daddy?
Awesome. So now that we've gotten natural sound design out of the way, we can go in and start messing around with these different techniques to create
System breach. Oh. Firewall 1.
We got a problem.
to create more of like a hypersensitive sound design environment.
What the heck are you talking about?
Hypersensitive, somebody's running with a wide shot, but you can still hear their clothes rustling, you can hear their heartbeat.
All around me are familiar faces.
You can hear their breath. I'm not sure if that makes any sense.
Nope.
Creating a soundscape that wouldn't really be there otherwise. So for that, an example of that would be this. Okay, awesome. So as you can see, there's a lot of little sound effects in there that would never happen in the real world. We would never hear me breathing or my heart beating or the ear ringing sound effect in real life. Duh. But adding all those layers together just makes me like, oh my gosh, I feel like I'm in that scene.
Okay.
So for this, it's basically just using the techniques that we've learned in natural sound design and applying them in different ways. For example, we'll start with the song. I knew I wanted to have the song muffle out on that point of impact to really help draw the viewer's attention to what's going on in frame.
What the heck is going on?
The way we do that is we just cut up our song into 3 different portions. So I know I want to have the muffle. So I make a mark where the hit is that I want to make the cut.
The cut.
Go ahead and cut that.
Cut.
So now we need to actually add the muffle effect.
Add a muffled effect to that. Drag it out till I want the song to come back. And go to the point where I want that muffled effect to stop. Probably right here. And that should be right on the hit. Having your song muffle out on a hit and come back in on a hit is really effective. It's just really natural and sounds really good.
Truly incredible sound.
So we'll do that here. So right here we'll make another cut, and now remove the muffled effect from that last clip and this first clip. Now we're left with something like this. Now once we've done that, we're gonna drag the muffled clip a little bit over the non-muffled clip. We want that muffled to kind of catch in our ear before the hit. Drag the regular clip out just a little bit and fade that in as well. And repeat that process when the song comes back in. Awesome, it sounds a little something like this. Super cool. So leading up to this hit, I know that I want that camera sound effect to show that our subject here is snap the shutter.
I have a lisp.
So we're gonna use that awesome sound effect from earlier and drag and drop right on the point where that clip changes. Awesome. We're also gonna use that beep beep camera sound effect from before and put it right before the camera flash. With that, it's looking like. Now to give an audible cue that the clip is slowing down, I'm gonna add a bass drop. And with that added, it gives it that really cool like sound. Check it. Okay, moving on.
Got it!
Hey, stop messing around. We got a tutorial to get to, okay?
I'm so sorry.
Next, we're gonna add this sound effect called ear ringing. Cool, so we'll add that in there just to give it a little bit more depth. I know right from the beginning I wanna hear my clothes kind of moving from the jump. So for that, I used a flag sound effect from Final Cut. Shows that my jacket's kind of flapping in the wind from my jump. From there, I wanted to give some ambience to the scene. So we're on top of a mountain, It was very windy, so naturally I'm going to want to add a wind sound effect.
Oh, you're smart.
So I stacked wind 1 and wind 3, adding a muffled effect to wind 1 kind of to lower the harshness of it a little bit. So with that, it's sounding something like this. Once that was built out, I wanted to add a little bit more artificial sound in there. Again, we would never hear the heartbeat or me breathing from this angle.
I already said that.
But it just helps sell the effect that I'm focused in. So, for that, I just added breath male 1, exhaling as I jumped off the rock, and a heartbeat underneath. That sounds like this. To the breath male, since we're in such a vast open space, I added the cathedral effect to kind of give it more of an echo, more reverb to it, so that it didn't sound like I was just breathing right into the microphone. Kind of gives that distance, that depth that we were talking about earlier. So all that together sounds like this. The last step is I wanted to add a little bit more Foley. So we have my clothes kind of blowing in the wind in that beginning part, but I also wanted to hear my foot come off that rock. So for that, I went ahead and grabbed our trusty old dirt and debris sound effect, added a cathedral effect to that, and it gives it just a little bit of texture when I'm jumping off that rock. Take a listen. Super cool.
It's really super cool.
So all those little details and sounds layered together can create a scene like this. Use sounds that you think would never work in a scene and just plug it in and see what you can get.
Yo, what's good, dog? Player boy, man. Hey, I got an extra tip for you today, brother, man. Come on, let's check it out.
For example, one of my most favorite sounds right now is a bell ringing in reverse, and it gives us a sound effect like this.
I hope this video was helpful, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye, guys.